Hey, so today I am going to show you how I normally fold the towels. Yeah, I have a bunch of towels over here, and I'm also gonna talk a little bit about how I've moved to Ireland, how exactly I ended up here, and why, I suppose. And yeah, the floor is clean. I've made sure that I've cleaned it very well first, but I thought this would be one of the best places to actually do it because it's like really flat. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I'm folding the towels before I go into the story time. So I'm just kind of folding them in half first. I need to really buy new ones because these are all different colors, sometimes even different sizes. Then from that half, I kind of folded it into like that, and after that I kind of straighten it out, and I fold it again, so it kind of makes a shape like this. And I like to straighten it again, and then I pull it a little bit and fold them again, or it in this case, and that's pretty much a folded towel. Okay, just gonna put it in here and get a bit of drink. I'm having San Pellegrino today. Flavored San Pellegrino now. Okay, so the story actually began in my childhood. I was quite small when I, funnily enough, became a fan of one of the kind of groups from here. It's a silly story really, and I was like a huge fan. I was following them everywhere. I wouldn't even say I was traveling around trying to find out who they are or what they do. And more like I was listening to their music. If they ever came to wherever I lived at that time, I'd go to their concerts. I was a huge fan. And I came to Ireland to see where they were from. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I think I came back again for a little bit longer then. I was still underage at that stage, so I was not alone. I was with my mom, and yeah, so basically my mom is very supportive and she would kind of agree to a lot of things, a lot of my crazy ideas. So I said, hey, how about we move to Ireland? And she went, right, okay, let's I guess move to Ireland. I think I like fell in love with the country, with, I don't know, the atmosphere. Out of all the places I've ever been to, it's probably has the friendliest vibe. It's a very I don't know how to say, not just friendly, it's somehow accepting. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it has this, and I'm sure every place has its bad qualities and good well, qualities, bad things and like good things about them. But to me, I think Ireland is the place that accepted me the way I am, and for which I'm very grateful. I have quite a strange personality. You might not know it about me, although I believe sometimes it does show through videos. I have my way of looking at things, my way of doing things, and my beliefs in what is right and what is wrong. And I think Ireland is the only place where I don't need to put my mask on quite as much as I would in many other countries where I've either lived or just traveled. Don't get me wrong, I love traveling. I love every country that I've been to. Like, they all hold a place in my heart. It's more about the place, like where I've been. But Ireland is home. And it's a place that I feel comfortable in. As I said, I did live in Korea a few years ago, during the worst of COVID actually. I lived in Korea, and Korea is an amazing country, I loved it. But I still found that I missed Ireland. Now, of course, my mom lives here, my stepfather lives here, and I kind of felt that, as I said, I am different. I love to wear slightly, maybe different type of things. I love to like do slightly different behaviors. I love to be a little bit different from other people, not just I love to be. That's how I feel comfortable. I do think I potentially have ADHD. Perhaps there's more to it, but that's a different story. And yes, Ireland is one of those places where I found people accept me for the way I am. And I still remember when we first moved here. We for some reason ended up moving with very little money, and literally at some point we were thinking of sleeping on the streets. My mom said, let's go back, we have a house there, we have a place to stay in another country. And I was very stubborn, and I said no, I would rather sleep on the street, but I will stay here. And actually we came upon a person who was like a miracle to us. He met us, he gave us money. He didn't just give us money, he gave it to us, he borrowed it. Well, we lended it as more rather. And he believed us even though he barely knew us. Talking about kindness. So then we didn't need to sleep on the streets. Then we had difficulties finding a job. Again, we nearly were running out of money, not knowing what is going to happen next. We thought that we're gonna end up again sleeping on the streets, and we kind of found the job at the last possible moment when the rent was kind of due, just enough time. I find that the whole moving here was almost like meant to be. That's why I kind of, not because it's meant to be, but that's why sometimes when people ask me where are you from, I struggle to answer this question. I can say where I was born, I can tell you my genetically, my highest percentage, my blood is highest percentage is from the country that I've never been to before, so, which is Finland. I've never been to Finland, and when I did a DNA test, I was shocked and amazed. It's kind of cool. I'd love to go one day. But when it comes to kind of how I feel, there's nothing wrong or right about one country or the other. I think it's just about where we feel good. And that's why I personally don't necessarily like to answer the question, where are you from? And I've been like this for all of my life. I don't believe I'm from a certain country just because I was born there. So yeah, I think this is my last towel. It's the smallest one. And just gonna finish folding it. Here we go. My goodness, yesterday when I put them in, they were like, the washing machine was full, and now that I look at it, there are only 4.5 of them. So yeah, that was my story. And I folded some towels. I should have probably started with it, but I'm a huge fan of unintentional ASMR. I would love to do more of it, but obviously it's difficult because it is intentional, and yet somehow I want to make it unintentional. So yeah, that was a bit of a rumble while folding the towels and sharing my story. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a beautiful day or good night. Bye.